What's up, everybody? How the hell's your day going? I hope y'all having a pretty good day. I'm having a fantastic day, by the way, in case you didn't know. This is Legitical Response. We cover political news, keep you up to date, and keep you informed on exactly what the government is doing, because we all need to know what's going on in the government, what the hell these people are doing with our lives, because they make the rules, folks. So we want to know what they're doing. So if you're interested in that, smash that subscribe button for me and turn on your notification. It helps. And if you also could, before we get started, do me a big favor and smash that like button. Just kindly press it for me if you don't mind. It really helps the channel. It helps me out a lot. It helps the channel to grow and prosper. And we want the channel to grow and prosper, don't we? Thanks, y'all. But, all right, so yeah, we've got a government shutdown coming up, and there has been a big uproar. Mike Johnson has been in the doghouse, I guess, with Republicans, or with the real Republicans, with the Freedom Caucus, because of all these damn continuing resolutions that these politicians love to do. But, you know, Mike Johnson not taking up for the guy. He shouldn't have done it, but Mike Johnson is in a very tight spot. Nobody likes to be blamed for a government shutdown except for Trump. They got that video, that viral video going around where Trump talking to Chuck Schumer saying, look, I'll take the blame. Well, let's shut the government down to get this done, right? Because he wants to get stuff done. And that's one reason I like Trump. He is not scared to go in and bust some heads to get stuff done. And that's one problem with our government. They don't get stuff done enough. I mean, look at Kevin McCarthy had 9 months to get all the appropriations bills worked out, and he didn't get any of, well, he got one done. That was it. 1 out of 12. Yeah, there's 12 departments. You know, of course, there's a lot of other departments, but, you know, there's 12 groupings of all the departments, of all the funding for the entirety of the government. Is set up in 12 different appropriations bills. And he got one of them done, folks. And Mike Johnson comes in and has to clean up his mess. Like I said, not taking up for Mike Johnson, because right now he's in the doghouse with me. But, you know, he does stuff I like, and I'm like, yeah. And then you know, here comes another CR. And it's like, there's no cuts. No cuts whatsoever. What are you doing? We are spending at $1.5 trillion deficit. That's how much our deficit goes up every year currently, $1.5 trillion. And that's what I mean when I say $1.5 trillion deficit spending. Yeah, they need some cuts, folks. But let's get into it. Congressional leaders reach short-term deal to avoid government shutdown. Here we go, y'all. Another damn CR. But it's not all bad news. Congressional leaders in the House and Senate have reached a deal on a spat of appropriations bills, clearing the way for a short-term spending patch that would extend funding deadlines further into March. Appropriators finalized the agreement on Wednesday, two sources told the Washington Examiner, just 3 days before the government is set to enter a partial shutdown. The partial shutdown is because, you know, when Mike Johnson came in, they were rushing to get appropriations done, and they got about half of them done. They got the other 5. So there were 6 appropriations bills worked out, signed off by the House and the Senate and the White House and all that. They're ready to go. That's why it's only a partial shutdown. The proposal would maintain the two-pronged deadlines Speaker Mike Johnson has advocated, but would extend the dates slightly to give lawmakers time to finalize the legislative text and bring them to the floor for votes. We are in agreement that Congress must work in a bipartisan manner to fund our government, congressional leaders said in a joint statement on Wednesday announcing the deal. To give the House and Senate Appropriations Committees adequate time to execute on the deal in principle, including drafting, preparing report language, scoring, and other technical matters, and to allow members 72 hours to review a short-term continuing resolution to fund agencies through March 8th, and the 22 will be necessary and voted on by the House and Senate this week. Thank goodness, y'all. So if we can avoid a government shutdown, I can give Mike Johnson a pass. You know, I've said it before, I don't care if the government shuts down. That's less spending that's going on. But wait, hang on just a minute. It's not less spending. because once the government gets funded again, all these people get their paychecks. They get back pay. And, all the other funding, just everything gets back paid, in other words. So it gets backfilled back into the refuse of government spending that we have. But I'm going to jump to another story right quick because I got to cover a couple of things. I'm going to try to make this video a little bit short, but I don't know if it's going to be, y'all. But I got to get this out there. Biden says he's sorry to hear McConnell stepping down. He never misrepresented anything. No. McConnell just lied through his freaking teeth. Yeah. You don't have to misrepresent something when you lie. You just outright tell a falsehood. Yeah. Watch what Biden says. President Biden said Wednesday that he was sorry to hear that Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell is stepping down and praised him for his honesty. You mean his dishonesty? The dude lies like nobody's business. I'm sorry to hear Mitch McConnell step down. I've trusted him. And we will have a great relationship. We fight like hell, but he has never misrepresented anything, y'all. Nothing. I'm sorry to hear he's stepping down, Biden said of his former longtime colleague in the Senate. McConnell announced the decision to leave his leadership post in November in a speech on the Senate floor Wednesday. He said he plans to serve out the remainder of his term, which ends in January 2027. Holy crap, that can't come fast enough. Biden, 81, and McConnell, 82, have long-standing relationships as both staples of the U.S. Senate. Yeah, both corrupt staples, you mean? They have a history of cutting major deals and finding common ground on policy issues, most famously when they struck a deal to temporarily extend the Bush tax cuts and raise the debt limit and avoiding a national default in 2011. So they get praised for putting us into more debt. These people are insane. Instead of paying our bills and getting our debt worked out, they just raise the debt limit. That is outright insanity. That is fiscal irresponsibility to the max, right? You don't go to your college kid, your 19 or 18-year-old college kid, give them a credit card and say, max that out. When you do, the family's going to vote and we'll just go ahead and raise. No, you can't do that. That would be outright insane. That would make money pointless. Why have money if you can just have infinite credit? It doesn't make any sense. But when the government does it, it dilutes our dollar to a great extent. I mean, look at inflation. Look what inflation has done to the economy. They're trying to say, oh, Bidenomics is working. Oh, yeah, our economy grew by 3%. Yeah, but guess what? Wages didn't go up, and prices are still way high. That means people are more poor than they were 3 years ago. Much more poor. We've talked about this before. The grocery list from the movie Home Alone from 1991. All the stuff he bought. You can go look this up. This is very, very interesting. In 1991, he bought a bunch of items, right? And it was like $19.82 or something like that. I think it was 1982. Well, somebody went and bought those exact same items in 2022, and it was 44 something. And then to make a point in 2023, they went and done it again, bought those exact same items. So from 2022 to 2023, it went from $44 to $72. Yeah, that's more than just a 10% or 12% increase. Yeah, there's a lot of items that increased 200%, that doubled, tripled in price. Gas is high right now, and Joe Biden wants to cut off leases while saying, oh no, there's plenty of leases. Lying to people because he knows damn good and well that those leases are already explored and there's no oil on those leases. So why would they purchase those leases to drill for oil if there's no oil there? Lying to people. And then they want to shut oil down. We all know what that would do. That would destroy our economy. That would destroy the world economy. People would be fighting in the streets over resources because, you can't have delivery trucks anymore because there's no gas. I'm not trying to get into a no climate change debate here, but these people with this spending just make me sick to my stomach sometimes. To think that they are okay with and actually boast about spending more money. It's absolutely nuts, folks. And that's why I try to tell people all the time, look at who your congressman is. Congress is in charge of the money. They got the power of the purse, as they love to say. They got the power of the purse. So when it comes to our debt, blame Congress. It's not Biden's fault. It's not Trump's fault. It's Congress's fault. Because Congress has the ability to tell Biden or tell Trump, no, we're not going to spend that much money. But no, they don't do that. They won't do that at all. They'll just agree with whatever budget, no matter how much of a deficit it's going to have. They try to lie and get around the deficits by saying, oh, well, we're going to raise taxes. Yeah, you raise taxes, there's more income, so the deficit goes away. That's how they lie to you all the damn time. By saying, oh, we're not in a deficit because we're going to raise taxes. No. You're still in a deficit. Why? Because they give a lot of that tax money back to people. People with kids. They got child tax credits and all this other stuff. There's a lot of people, a big portion of people don't pay taxes at all. People that have kids. I know this because I have a kid. Me and my wife, we file separately because we're not legally married. And I've said it before, she pays in around $4,000 a year and gets back almost $7,000 a year. You tell me where the numbers flip around on that. Does she pay taxes? Yeah, sure, you could say, yeah, she pays taxes. It comes out of her paycheck every single 2 weeks. But when she gets it all back plus some at the end of the year, and she's not alone in that. Like I said, there's a big portion of the country that actually get back more than what they put in. I don't do that. I don't claim my kid. I end up having to pay money every year. It ends up being like $20 or $30. But I don't get a tax return at all. And it's whatever. I don't really care. I'm proud to pay my taxes. But if you want to raise taxes because you want to spend more money, I have a big problem with that. I have a very big problem with that because it's irresponsible, for one. And adults, politicians, shouldn't be acting that irresponsibly with the country's economy. And look, I'm on a rant now. I've been way off topic, but y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, about Mitch McConnell stepping down, right? He's stepping down in November. He's not going to be the Senate leader no more. Make your prediction. Who is going to be the new Senate minority leader? Is it going to be Ted Cruz? I doubt it'll be Ted Cruz. And let me know what y'all think about another freaking CR. Is Mike Johnson actually falling flat on his face here? Is he turning his back on everybody, on conservatives? Or is this just some kind of thing that we have to deal with to get the government funded for some reason? Let me know down in the comments. And that's all I got for this one, y'all. I want to thank everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it, y'all. And y'all try to have a good day and be positive. Peace.